Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त स्वामी सरस्वती नामिने। श्रीवासदानवी देवी दैताय निपाते कृष्णसंबन्धविज्ञानदायिने नमवे नमः। माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुभक्तिद श्रीगौरकरुणा शक्तिविग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमुखये दीनतारिणे रूपानुभावरुत्ताप सिद्धान्तक्रान्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बारसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुभावरायते। गौरानुभावभूमिस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रिय वैष्णवसार्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरकृषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। जयकां सुरतोषं गौरवमङ्गलमदेवति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजो राधामदनमोहनो दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नाहारसिंहासनस्य श्रीमद्राजा शीलगोविन्ददेवो पेशानीतिः सेवकानुस्मरामि। श्रीमान्दासरसारङ्गी वंशीगणपदस्थितं हर्षिणेन्द्रस्वरगोपे गोपीनाथ श्रीयेष्वनः। तप्तकाञ्चनगौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So it's a nice happy occasion that finally all of us are here in the Yatra. So one of our devotees from the Narsimha Giridhari Mandir. Is this too much of volume or overall it's too much volume? How are you all feeling? Its volume is too much? It's fine. So that means these monitors are too much of volume is there. No, too much of volume is there. It has to be reduced. Monitor volume has to be reduced. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So one of our devotees in Narsimha Mandir, that Mataji, she wanted to come to the Yatra, and every single year, she would get some problem. 1 year she got leg fracture, 1 year she got hand fracture, and like that, it was. This echo is coming. This is not so much close, it is not needed actually. It has to be taken a little further. Huh? So, she was getting like this kind of problems, and after 3-4 years, she was finally able to come for a yatra, and she was so much intense in the yatra that she took part in every single activity and everything so like intensely. And when asked, she told that it is a great opportunity I got. Krishna did not allow me for so many years, to come, and now I could able to get an opportunity to come. So the mood was very, very nice. Actually, it was not an ordinary thing that we are able to come to the Holy Dham and be there in the association of devotees and take part in this Krishna conscious activities. So yesterday in the train, in one of the discussions, so devotee was asking, what is the difference between our practice of Krishna consciousness back in Bangalore and in the Yatra? What's the difference? Any differences devotees can tell? Dham is very nice. 1,000 times more effect. Spiritual vibrations are there in the Dham. Opportunity for seva. Continuous association. So primary thing, if you see, where Krishna is there, that is a Dham. Right? So wherever Krishna resides, that is a Dham. And where does Krishna reside? Naham tishtami vaikunte yogina hridaye shivam tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti matvarta. So though all of us are in Bangalore, but it is very difficult for all of us to come together for one whole week and stay together and take part in the activities together. So it is like matchbox and a matchstick. Both are there, but contact is not happening. So when we come to the Dham, of course the Dham's holy vibration is there. All these things are there. Like Dham is really very potent place. But more importantly, all of us are coming together and doing the primary activity of Shravanam, Kirtanam and doing devotional service together. So that is a very, very powerful difference that we have in the Dham. So even in Bangalore, if we come together, as much as possible, if we come together and do devotional service, that will be very, very potent and powerful. Undoubtedly, the Dham is many, many fold powerful. So, and we will see the importance of the Dham and visit to the Dham and Yatra. So, just in the preparation of the topic, so we will go through the systematic analysis. So, first of all, to understand who are we. What is the general answer that we get? Who are we? Amongst devotees, soul, spirit soul, part and parcel of the Lord, and we are meant to render service to Krishna. So anything more specific, more than this? We are Rupanugas, followers of Srila Rupa Goswami. Any other answer? Who are we? We are followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, specifically followers of Rupa Goswami. Like Mataji has gone more specific, and let's become more specific. We are followers of Srila Prabhupada, right? So, if we see like the deeper aspect, all of us, what we were doing before we come into touch with Krishna consciousness, we are forgotten souls, we forgot Krishna, and we were wandering in this material world. And somehow we are saved by Srila Prabhupada and his representatives. They have given us this right knowledge of Krishna consciousness, and they have given us this opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. So this is very important to understand. So we are followers, or we are part and parcel of Krishna, meant to render service to Krishna. But then we are not just directly rendering service to Krishna. We are connected to Krishna through our parampara, and the prominent personality here is Srila Prabhupada, and the many acharyas that we will be discussing in the course of this yatra also. In many temples that we go, so they are all established by many wonderful acharyas and followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all these personalities in all these places, why it is so important for us, how it is related to us? Because this is the channel through which we are getting the mercy of Krishna. So this acharyas and these Guru Parampara is the channel through which we are actually getting the mercy of Krishna. So these are all very, very important, right? So just like if somebody helps you to the core, you are in deep trouble and somebody comes and helps you, so you will always remember that person. You will always remember and thank that person. Right? So now when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we are getting so many benefits, right? So we are able to get the holy name, we are able to get Srimad Bhagavatam, devotee association, and so many things we are able to get. All of this, we cannot get any of this without the mercy of the Lord. And how does the mercy comes? The mercy comes through this channel. Though we are sitting in Bangalore, we have never heard about these acharyas. We have never heard about, for example, how many of you heard about Bhugalpa Goswami? Okay, only few may have heard about. Okay, anybody wants Hindi translation? Sadanand Sachiputra Prabhu is going to do it right in the back. They can go over there. Oh, okay. जिसको हिंदी में अनुवाद चाहिए सदानंद सचिपुत्र प्रभु इधर खड़े हैं, अभी पीछे चले जाएंगे, तो पीछे ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे, सो आप हिंदी में अनुवाद सुन सकते हैं. So, like we may not have heard all these personalities, Lokanath Goswami, Bhugalpa Goswami, and many different personalities, who are there, who are very powerful acharyas and the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they are there in the Guru Parampara, and through that channel we are receiving the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Radha and Krishna, and through that we are able to practice Krishna consciousness, but we don't know through which channel it comes. So in the Dham Yatra, so we are going to get an opportunity to meet all these personalities in the form of their samadhis and bhajan kutis, and then in the place where they have worshipped their deities and the deities which they have personally worshipped, so they are present here. So we can actually go to these places and we can offer our gratitude. Because of you, I am able to practice Krishna consciousness. Because of all of you, I am able to practice Krishna consciousness. I am really indebted and really grateful to all of you. Right? So actually, we are saved by Krishna through the Guru Parampara. So the prominent personalities we always have in the altar. So Krishna, then Panchatattva, then our Acharya Parampara, and we have the 5 prominent acharyas who are just before our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Right? So we worship all of them, and then in between there are many prominent acharyas, about whom we will hear also, and then 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Then we have Panchatattva, and then Shri Radha and Krishna. So this is the channel of our receiving of mercy. Right? So we are servants of Krishna through this Guru Parampara. Right? And they have very deep attachment to Krishna, and they are here. They have come to this world, they belong to the spiritual world, but they have come to this world only to give us the opportunity to become attached to Krishna. So that is the only reason that they are here, and they are manifest here, and they are present here. We should not consider all these great personalities as somebody who lived sometime in the past. In the history books we read, different kings were there, they fought many different battles, and they are now dead and gone, only in the pages of in the history books. So, but these personalities are not like that. The acharyas, they are spiritual personalities, and they are still present. So they don't have physical limitations. When we are there in Bangalore, we cannot access Vrindavan. But acharyas are not like that. So acharyas are completely on the transcendental plane, and the holy dham is also transcendental plane. So they can make themselves available anywhere. Anywhere. If we sincerely remember about them, and pray to them so they can make themselves available. And what more, like, we are going to go to their own samadhi mandirs and their own bhajan kutis. So, like, more they will be manifest over there. So, by our prayers, we can actually access them. So, they have deep attachment to Krishna, and we want attachment to Krishna. So, we can go there and we can pray to them, right? And like, how do we worship Krishna? So, we are part and parcel of Krishna, and we are meant to render service to Krishna in Guru Parampara. So, but then how do we worship? So, we cannot invent a new methodology of worship. So, we are dependent on the acharyas. They know Krishna and they are giving us Krishna. And we cannot invent. We have to just depend upon the process that is given to us by the superiors. So, what is their recommendation? How should we worship and whom should we worship? So, first question is, whom should we worship? Krishna. Any more detail to it? Along with Srimati Radharani. Anyone else can be accommodated? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, there are many incarnations of Krishna are there, no? So, they can be accommodated? No. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha. We should not worship Narsimha. Huh? Not required. So, आज से नरसिंह देव altar से हट जाएंगे. So no, see the thing is, we are worshippers of Krishna, and we worship Krishna and only Krishna, no one else, right? So that's very important, because it is not like it's just like when you go to a medical college, you study only medicine. You cannot one period medicine, one period engineering, one period economics and things like that. It will not work out. So you have to worship, or you have to study one single subject, right? So in the same way, here we have, by good fortune, we have got enrollment into this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, right? So Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So this parampara, so the devotees in this parampara are the residents of Vrindavan and who are distributing the love of Krishna as practiced by residents of Vrindavan. So, and when this thing comes down, so this is what we receive. Right? So now when we make khichdi out of it, it will not work. It is like sitting in engineering college and studying commerce. It will not work out. We will not get results, right? So we should have respect for all these personalities, all the different personalities, but we should worship only Krishna, right? So this is like, in the beginning classes, we were telling that we should worship God, and then slowly we introduced the concept, God is this and demigods are this. They are devatas, and this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead is Vishnu or Krishna and all these personalities. And now a little more higher education. So Supreme Personality of Godhead is there. So we are part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead. But we are worshippers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Sri Krishna, Shyamasundar, Nandanandan, Yashodanandan. So that is the form of Krishna that we worship, right? So Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna in Mathura, Krishna in other places. What should we do? So how does great devotees actually visualize these personalities? See him as Krishna who's performing some other action, some other activity which is not relation with our devotion. It's a little different. So it's like, one thing we can see, Jayadev Goswami, he has written Dashavatara Stotra. So in that, Keshavatrita Meena Sharira, Jaya Jagadisha Hari. So he is meditating on Krishna only. He is meditating on Krishna only, and whenever he sees some form of Krishna, it just gives him remembrance of Krishna. Right? So just a very, very exalted devotees, how do they actually perceive things? So, Stavara Jangama Deke, Na Deke Taramurti, Sarvatra Deke Ishtadeva Spurti. For them, whether they see a moving object or immovable object, so because of their intense absorption in Krishna consciousness and in the devotion to the Lord, so they cannot see anything else apart from their Ishtadeva, apart from Krishna over there. So if that is the case, if these great acharyas can able to see Krishna in an inert material object, why they cannot see Krishna in the Krishna's avatar? No, definitely they will be able to see. So they are always seeing Krishna only. No, they are no, and when they can worship the actual form of Krishna, they are in very very great bliss, right? So we are worshippers of Krishna, and we don't worship any other form, and that too worshippers of Krishna as the resident of Vrindavan, no, Krishna who is there in Vrindavan. So he is our worshipable deity, right? And then the other incarnations of Lord, like one time this pastime had happened, the gopis of Vrindavan, so they were searching for Krishna, and Krishna, just to make fun, so he manifested as Chaturbuj Rupa, no? And these are greatest devotees, they know everything. So, but then when they saw the Narayan form, so they offered obeisances to Narayan. Oh Narayan, like, no, please tell us where is Krishna. So like that. So they are like one pointed focus. They only want to serve Krishna, right? So they don't want to serve any other personality. They don't want to worship any other personality, right? So they would serve other entities in relation to Krishna. So because they are connected to Krishna. So they will serve the other incarnations of Lord only because they are connected to Krishna. So their ultimate worshipable deity is Krishna. And when we say Krishna, so who else are included in this? Who other personalities are included in this? Srimati Radharani is included, then Panchatattva and Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. So these three deities are very, very dear deities of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, right? So Krishna in his full manifestation. All these three deities are Krishna in his full manifestation. So these three deities are the primary deities of worship for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And apart from this, the direct representatives of Krishna, who are they? The Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas. These are also very, very worshipable objects and objects of service for the devotees. Right? So, now what is the right method to worship Krishna? So now, like in this connection, we have a very nice shloka. So we see there is the shloka Aradhya Bhagavan, Vrajesha Tanaya, Tadama Vrindavanam. Right? So who is Aradhya Bhagavan? So just now we discussed. So Vrajesha Tanaya. So he is son of Nanda Maharaj. That is the Aradhya Bhagavan. And then how to worship him? Along with this Dham, Tadama Vrindavanam. So along with Vrindavan, we should worship this personality. And then who is the best example for us to follow? Whose footsteps we can actually follow? So Ramya Kachit Upasana Vajanadu Varkena Vārtapita. So the best example to follow is the residents of Vrindavan, the gopis. So they are the best servants of Sri Krishna and they are the best examples. And we are followers of the gopis of Vrindavan. So how do we say like we are followers of gopis of Vrindavan? So many of our acharyas, you will hear, that they are all like they were all actually manjaris or gopis, in the Krishna Leela. So they have personally appeared as acharyas, in this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And by their mercy only we are able to access, this Krishna consciousness. And ultimate Brajavasi, who is the ultimate Brajavasi we have in our Guru Parampara? Srila Prabhupada, and then in the beginning, 6 Goswamis, even in the beginning more than that. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radharani herself, So, like, we are followers of, because if you want to enter into Vrindavan, it works like a referral program. You need to have some referral from within the Vrindavan. There is no direct interview available. So you can only come through reference. And we have the greatest reference. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We don't have this reference, there is no use in chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So this reference is what is actually taking us in. If we directly approach Krishna, he is not going to allow into Vrindavan. So we are allowed to enter into Vrindavan because of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So many people may have different reference programs, but then our primary reference is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the other references we have, the 6 Goswamis, the Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, all of them have their primary reference as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So all of them are followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now the method of worship of the Supreme Lord is as done by the residents of Vrindavan, as exemplified by the gopis of Vrindavan. And how did they actually perform devotional service in the practical terms? How we can understand? As I just told, all our great acharyas, were all residents of Vrindavan, and they were all manjaris and gopis in the Krishna Leela. So they have personally come to teach us. And how do they actually teach us? What is the method of worship they actually teach us? In the Kali Yuga for us to practice? Harinam Sankirtan, right? Harinam Sankirtan. So it is very nice to actually analyze the logo of Gaudiya Math, which Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur personally had designed. So in that logo, he mentions that one is in one side. So for you it is on the left side. So I should show like this. No? So it is on the left side for you is the Archana Marga. So where we should worship Radha and Krishna with the mood of Lakshmi Narayan, with the Archana Vidhi and things like that. Because Radha and Krishna, we don't have Archana Vidhi, so it's only for Lakshmi Narayan. So we should worship them with the rules of worship for Lakshmi Narayan, with the paraphernalia of Arati and things like that. And then we are advised to practice Radha Marga. So the Krishna's devotion is performed with intense love and attachment. And how do we develop this Radha Marga? Attachment to Krishna. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur puts Srimad Bhagavatam by Bhagavad Shravana, and then he puts another interesting element there. Anybody knows what is that element? Printing press. So by distributing books, we will get Raga Bhakti for Krishna and Vrindavan. Right? So that's how technical Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is. And he is a Manjari in Krishna Leela. He is a Gopi in Krishna Leela. Right? Such is the powerful process that we actually have. By sadhu sangha, by service to devotees, by performing sankirtan, by performing this book distribution and things like that. So by Shravanam and Kirtanam of Srimad Bhagavatam, so we will be able to get this highest process of Krishna consciousness, the devotion practiced by the residents of Vrindavan. Right? So this is the way actually we worship Krishna. And now why are we there in Vrindavan? Why are we here in this holy Dham? So as we mentioned, that our worshipable deity is Krishna, and specifically Krishna in Vrindavan, and he should be worshipped along with his Dham. Right? So that is the way we worship him. And we should, when we are talking about worshipping Vrindavan, so we should also know two other important aspects. What are the two other important dhams that we have apart from Vrindavan? Mayapur and Jagannath Puri. Our deities, three important deities are Radha and Krishna, Gaur Nitai and Panchatattva, and then Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So in the same lines, our most important dhams are Vrindavan, Mayapur and Jagannath Puri. So we should have the complete understanding that Vrindavan and Mayapur are non-different. And what about Jagannath Puri? Jagannath Puri is non-different from Vrindavan, no? Huh? Any doubt? No, okay. Actually, in fact, Jagannath Puri is Vrindavan at its best. So Vrindavan has all the rasas, like Vatsalya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, all of them are nicely practiced. Even Dasya is also there. So, but in Jagannath Puri, we actually have the Madhurya ras, and that too in the topmost form. That's why no wonder Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is so very much addicted to Krishna, he spent long years in Jagannath Puri. So that's a very interesting subject, so which we discussed last year in Jagannath Puri, and we will also discuss in the further future years also. So Jagannath Puri is Vrindavan at its best. And what else is the reason for us to be there in Vrindavan? Because our acharyas have recommended. Our acharyas have recommended that we should actually come to the Dham. And Srila Prabhupada also, when he started preaching, after a little bit of expansion of preaching, immediately he came back to India and he started working on Vrindavan and Mayapur. Right? And then he recommended devotees should take time out from their preaching engagement and they should come to these dhams. And you can imagine, in the beginning days of ISKCON, so ISKCON was not very rich. Devotees did not have much money. So, but then Srila Prabhupada told, even if you don't have money, you should save money and you should plan for your yearly trip, to Vrindavan, Mayapur and all these places, right? So even when there was so much shortage of Lakshmi, still, Srila Prabhupada ensured that all the preachers, all the devotees, they should come to these dhams, every year. And he used to tell that, this is the, recharge of battery, And this is where our whole residence is. This is where our pivot, is. And wherever we are doing whatever, we are doing it as a service to Krishna, we are doing it as a service to Vrindavan. So that's how we should be actually seeing, all the activities that we are doing. And Srila Prabhupada established parikramas, walking in these, holy dhams. So how do we actually serve the dham? So by doing parikrama, by going to these different temples and helping these temples also in whatever way, like, financially it is possible. So whichever temples you go, they are all sustained by the, small contributions of devotees who visit there. So we can actually help them in that way. And then we can serve the dham in another nice way. Like, maybe all of you are carrying some different articles for sometimes for eating or sometimes for carrying some things. So, like, if we cannot clean the dham, at least we cannot, let us ensure that we don't add up to the litter, in the dham, right? So we should be very, very careful not to put any garbage, anywhere and everywhere. So we can actually serve the dham in that way. And the main way of serving the dham is hearing about Krishna in the holy dham, in the auspicious atmosphere, right? So we are hearing from the devotees. And our organizers here, they have very mercifully organized, classes from, many senior devotees, like Prabhupada disciples. Who are all we are going to hear from? Deembanda Prabhu and Shrutakirti Prabhu. Yeah. So it's really very amazing that we are not we are going to get best of the opportunities by visiting this year in Vrindavan. Right? So now we are servants of the Lord, and our primary duty is to render service to the Lord. So we have not come to Vrindavan just so that spend some holiday time or spend some vacation or something like that. So a servant doesn't have any other business other than to render service to the master, right? So we are here as servants of our acharyas, and they have recommended us that to practice Krishna consciousness, you should visit the dham. So we have visited the dham as a service, to them, right? So because it is a recommended process and it will enhance our Krishna consciousness, and we just want to follow in the footsteps of the acharyas, and that's how we have come here, right? And what is the right mood to carry, in the holy dham? So the process to access Vrindavan is by the service to the dham, as we have discussed, and service to the devotees. This is the key aspect. Whenever we render service to devotees, devotees become very, very pleased. And when devotees become pleased, then the Lord becomes pleased very quickly. Srila Prabhupada tells this shortcut. If you want to go and get something done from a very big rich man, so what can you offer him? What gift that he can offer to appease him? But if he can give a small chocolate to his son or grandson, this businessman will become pleased, and he may be favorably disposed to do whatever benefit you want. So in the same way, Krishna is Lakshmipati. Krishna is so great a personality. What he can offer in service to him? It's very difficult. But devotees are there around us. We can actually render service to the devotees, service to the Dhamvasis, service to the Dham. So then Krishna becomes very pleased by that. And in that, when Krishna becomes pleased, what happens? Eva anukampartam. Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnana jampamaha nashayami atma bhavusto jnana deepena bhashyata. Right? So when Krishna becomes pleased with us, he destroys the ignorance and he reveals himself. He reveals his Dham, he reveals his holy name. No, that is the way actually we can actually take darshan of the Dham. So we should be in the mood of service. That is the key to unlock the Dham. That is the key to unlock all the spiritual treasures. So we should be in the mood of service and we should do Shravanam. Very nice Shravanam. So maybe it is difficult because a long journey. I'm seeing like many devotees are in transcendental trance. Where all that is described, by the, what is that, Ashta Sattvic Vikar, we are able to see some of them. So they are painting and, just hearing about Krishna a little bit. So they have got into so much of ecstasy. So, anyways, so like, when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he used to conduct, Yatra to Vrindavan. So Srila Prabhupada, he used to attend as a participant, in the beginning, very, very beginning days. So he used to attend as participant in his Guru Maharaj's Yatra. And there was an announcement that was made that, our Guru Maharaj is going to give class, that is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is going to give class. And there is an opportunity to go and visit the Dham. You can go and see all the temples and come. So all the devotees, they actually went, to have Dham darshan. So, and then Srila Prabhupada, he made a choice of sitting there in Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's class. And then, he was there throughout the class and things like that. And later on, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he appreciated this. This boy, he actually likes to hear. It's very good quality. He'll become a nice devotee, like that. So this is a very important quality. In fact, later Srila Prabhupada says that I was quite new and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was speaking very high philosophy. I could not able to understand anything. So, but then I got the mercy of my spiritual master. My spiritual master became pleased just because I was very eager to hear, right? So this was one of the quality. And then after all the devotees came back from Dham Darshan, so Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked them a question. How was your eye exercise? So you are trying to take darshan of the Dham. So how was your eye exercise? So because the Dham darshan we cannot do just by going in front of the Lord and just by glancing at them, right? So we have to hear from the devotees. And then when we go and take darshan, so we will get the best benefit out of all these things, right? And then we should follow the etiquettes, in the Dham. So we should not. This one we told that Mayapur and Vrindavan is not different, but with one clause. What is the clause? In Mayapur, offences are if you take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, offences are not taken into account. No negative markings. But in Vrindavan, negative markings are there. So you will get, if we commit offences, we will get 1,000-fold of that, and if we do devotional service, we will get 1,000-fold of that. Right? So that's a little tricky part in Vrindavan. So that's why more we should visit Mayapur. so it is like mango without skin and without seed. So here in Vrindavan we should be careful. Why it is so? Because Vrindavan is Krishna's Dham, and Krishna is very, very particular, wherever any offences happens. And Krishna's dear entity is Srimati Radharani, and she is the queen of Vrindavan. And Krishna takes serious this one about all the offences. He doesn't pardon anybody. But Mayapur is a Dham which is created by Srimati Radharani, and for the pleasure of Krishna. And Srimati Radharani's mood is that whoever does even a small service, it's okay. So Krishna, this devotee is better than me. You should give him mercy more than me, like that. So that's the mood of Srimati Radharani. So that's why Mayapur is more safe place. So anyways, we are not in Mayapur Yatra. Next time we will hear more about Mayapur's glories. So anyways, we should be very careful. So many different things we will see here. Externally seen, we may see a dirty Dham. There is a lot of litter over there, a lot of gutter over there, and then pigs and monkeys. Monkeys are so dangerous. So they took our Vibham Prabhu's chashma and then they broke and gave it to him. And no, they very nicely they come. No, they'll come and put their hand like this, and you'll think that the devotee who's coming next to us, they are putting. And then if you turn like it's monkey, like it's just around say he will remove your chashma and go. And then like all your hard-earned money and your passport and this, that, or whatever, the cards and things like that. So they'll just simply, around so they'll come and take and go. Right? So Vrindavan is only for akinchana gochara, right? Like only for beggars. No? If you take any possession with you, Krishna doesn't like. So when you give up all your possessions and when you actually become a beggar, so then Vrindavan is a nice place to be there. So when we have possessions, we'll be in so much anxiety. Whether monkey will take or this will take, that will take. And if nobody takes, Krishna is a very crooked person. He will only take. So, that's why we should be very, very careful in Vrindavan, right? So we should not feel bad, we should not think bad about the Brajavasis or bad about anybody in the holy Dham. So we should not chastise anybody and things like that. So we should try to respect everyone and render service to everyone, right? So the root of all the etiquette is humility and service. If you can do these two things, so then all the etiquettes are automatically followed. And like the root of all the offenses is pride or envy, and things like that. So this is the root of all the offenses. So let's try to keep ourselves as much as possible in the process of Shravana, because naturally what is there inside, that only will come. But by the way of Shravana, we can actually mold ourselves in a way that we always remain in the mood of serving in the Dham, right? So that's why we should try to do more chanting, more reading, more hearing, and more participation in the service. So when we do these things, so we are immunizing ourselves, we are actually taking the vaccination for not committing any aparadh. And then hearing about the pastimes of the Lord in association and hearing about the places. So you can be very inquisitive about the places that you are going and visiting. So more you can learn about, be in the mood of learning and service, right? And then we should try to avoid offenses. And sometimes devotees ask, Prabhu, devotee means you should have some good qualities. There should be all the 26 qualities of a devotee should be ornamented in him, and nice behavior should be there and things like that. But many times it may not be there. So you can ask like, Prabhuji, ye to Dhamvasi hai, aisa kaisa kar sakte hai? So like, he is not even a normal devotee, he is not even behaving like a normal devotee. No, we cannot estimate these personalities by our eyes. That's why Rupa Goswami has very nicely given this shloka and nectar of instruction. Drishtay svabhava janitay vapushasya doshe na prakrutattvam iha bhakta janasya pashe gangam vasham nakulu buddhudapena panke brahmat pravatvam apagacchati niradharme. So we cannot externally see Drishtay svabhava janitay vapushasya doshe. So externally they may have some defects, but internally they are very dear to Krishna. That's why they are there in Vrindavan, right? So it's hard to distinguish who's devotee and who's not devotee. Better consider everybody as devotee and offer respects to them, right? So, and in this shloka, actually Rupa Goswami mentions that just like Ganga or Yamuna here, they may have so much of impurities floating in them, but they are Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of the waters, In the same way, the devotees may also have some faults here and there, but we should not see them. So we should actually see that how dear they are to Krishna and how they are also residents of Vrindavan and they are taking part in the service of the Lord, so they should be respected, right? And another important aspect is the prayers. The Dham, the way to actually access the Dham is by the way of prayers. So, we cannot force access the Lord, we cannot force access the holy name or the Dham. So we should actually offer prayers to Krishna. And we see that the holy Dham can be accessed only for a person who is completely pure at heart. Like Vaishnavacharya actually sing, Vishaya Chadya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana. Kabe Hame Herabo Sri Vrindavan. So that is like, when will I give up all the sense gratificatory thoughts? When will my heart become completely pure? And then I'll be able to enter Vrindavan. So though I am sitting inside Vrindavan, I cannot access Vrindavan. What can I see here? I am able to see only the external manifestations of like all the different kinds of things are there, and sometimes devotees are only able to see lassi in the shops. So they're very like sometimes devotees come up with new philosophy. Prabhuji, in Vrindavan shop, all shops, everything is offered. So for your information, it may not be true. So anywhere and everywhere you can just take anything and you can just simply eat. No, it may not be true, right? So like you can just take the prasadam which is kindly organized by the organizers and honor them, and let us try to be there in the dham in a proper like mood, and let's try to offer prayers to Krishna that I am able to see only sense objects everywhere. I am not able to see you. I am not able to see me as a part and parcel of you. I am not able to see the mood of service, everything that is there around. So my heart is completely polluted. When will my heart become purified, and when will I be able to access the holy dham? Right? So in that mood, we should actually offer prayers to Krishna. And one of the nice moods that is there is Akrura entering Vrindavan. So that's a very nice thing to meditate upon. I'm sure in many of the train journeys, the classes and other places you might have heard this. So when Akrura actually was ordered by Kamsa to pick up Krishna and come to Mathura, and the whole plan is Krishna will come to Mathura and then they will organize a wrestling match, and they had a plan to crush Krishna. That's their plan. And Akrura, though he knows all the plan, but he knows Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he knows here is an opportunity for me to meet Krishna. He was so very happy about that. And then when he was going, very important contemplations that he actually has is that I am so fallen and I am so, what is my background? So he was just thinking, what is my background? What is my identity? I am a servant of Kamsa. A very nice qualification to meet Krishna. I am servant of Kamsa. So he was thinking, what kind of a atrocious qualification do I have? I am not at all fit to meet Krishna. So, but then, Krishna is very merciful. Krishna can give mercy to anybody. Krishna is very merciful, and he will definitely accept me. And he was thinking that this mercy of Krishna is the power or is the strength with which I can meet Krishna. Right? So it is not our endeavor. It is not how nice we do our sadhana, how nice we do our shravanam and things like that. It is only because of Krishna's mercy, right? So now then why we have to do our sadhana, shravanam, get up early in the morning, and you will see that mainly you should not commit offense to the devotees who are come to wake you up early in the morning. So even if you want to sleep, you cannot sleep. Our devotees will knock your door so much that you will fear the door will get broken. In the morning. So and then they will wake you up for Mangalarti, right? So we should offer respects to those devotees. So so what's the point I was discussing? So why should we do this kind of sadhana? Just to express our desire to please Krishna. Krishna, I am desiring to please you. I am trying to do Mangalarti, I am trying to do Guru Puja, I am trying to do chanting nicely, I am trying to hear all the lectures that are organized, and then I am trying to go with the devotees to visit the dham, even though it is very hot here, but still, I am trying to do this devotional service. All this I am doing just so that you can become pleased. If you are pleased with me, kindly give me an opportunity to serve the dham. Kindly reveal this dham to me, right? So that is the mood in which we have to actually, offer prayers. And in this connection, two important shlokas. I was trying to take shlokas from Akrura's pastime itself, but then I could not able to spend much time in that shlokas. But then two other shlokas which all of you also may know, sometimes we have shared this in different classes. So one is a shloka by Sudama. So when he gets the embrace of Krishna, when he meets Krishna, and then when he gets the embrace of Krishna, so he actually mentions this one particular shloka. He says, Svaham Daridra Papiyan, Dva Krishna Sri Niketana, Brahma Bandhu Ritismaham, Bahubhyam Parirambita. So all of you also can repeat after me. This is a very nice shloka. And you can try to get the reference and memorize this shloka in this yatra. So this can help you in boosting your experience in Vrindavan. Right? So this, try to repeat after me. Kva aham daridra papiyan. Kva Krishna Shri Niketana. Brahma Bandhu iti smaham. Bahubhyam parirambita. So this shloka is very nice. Kva aham, who am I? No, daridra papiyan. I am such a sinful person. No, and Kva Krishna Shri Niketana. Who is Krishna? Krishna is Sri Niketan. Krishna is the master of all the opulences. He is the Lakshmipati, and he is really very great personality. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Together. Such a sinful person, and Kva Krishna Shri Niketana. Who is Krishna? Krishna is the Lakshmipati. He is the great personality, the supreme personality of Godhead. And his mood is, why should Krishna actually embrace me? Why should I get such an opportunity that I be embraced by Krishna? And then he is telling, he is in this mood, he is so much of gratitude. So when will the gratitude actually come in the heart? So I need something, and it's quite very valuable. I cannot afford to get it, right? So, but still, somebody comes and just like that, he gives it to me. So then the gratitude actually comes, right? So it's very, very important that this gratitude, we should actually feel that when we enter into Vrindavan. So why should Krishna allow me into Vrindavan? What kind of glorious activities I have performed to enter into Vrindavan? Like. There is what is my history? I have been rotting in this material for lifetimes after lifetimes. But still, why should I be allowed into Vrindavan? So it is great mercy of Krishna. It's great mercy of the devotees of the Lord. So we can actually offer gratitude to Krishna. I am very, very thankful and very grateful to you that you could actually, you have allowed me to come into this holy Dham. You have allowed me to have a darshan of you. You have allowed me to render a service to you. I am very, very grateful to you, right? So we should have this gratitude very intensely. And another important shloka, which is in connection with Guru Maharaj. He says that Sthana Vilashi Tapasi Stitoham Tvam Praptavan Deva Munindra Bhutram. So he is telling that Sthana Vilashi, like out of desire for getting a big kingdom, I was performing tapasya, and then Tvam Praptavan. So I was looking for a kingdom, but galti se aap mil gaya. Tvam Praptavan, when the Lord gave darshan to him. And then, Kanchan Vichinvan Api Divya Ratnam. I was looking for broken pieces of glasses, but I got this. I got this great treasure. I got you. And then Swamin Pitartoham. So I am very, very grateful to you. I cannot express my gratitude. So I was not even looking for. Before we were saying, like, if we know value of a particular thing, we badly need it, and we cannot afford it. So then somebody gives, we become grateful. Guru Maharaj's condition was, he was not even looking for it. He was not even looking for it, but he got it. And he was so much bowled over and he was so much filled with gratitude. He was telling, I'm very, very grateful. No, thank you, my Lord, that you have given me an opportunity to have your darshan. Right? So this is a very important mood. Without this mood of prayer and gratitude, the experience of the Dham will be very, very difficult. No, we will not be able to get a good experience of the Dham. Because Dham is also a place where so many odd things are there and so many difficult terrains that is there. So difficult, Govardhan Parikrama karte karte, like, will become, what is that, we'll start cursing the organizers, no? ऐसा कोई plan बनाया पहले बोला होता तो इतना दूर हम कुछ और करते थे, है ना? So we should not be in that kind of a distance. We should have gratitude. And you will see when your energy is going down, you actually offer thanks to Krishna. Krishna, you gave me an opportunity to come to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, the greatest place is Govardhan. And you have given me an opportunity to go to Govardhan. And you have given me an opportunity to do parikrama. I am very grateful. So the moment you offer thanks to Krishna and you actually develop this mood of gratitude, you will find some power coming from nowhere. It just fills your heart, fills your body, you will get energy. Right? So this is better than all electrol and other things. You should have some energy drinks, but more powerful energy drink is this gratitude. Right? So when you have this gratitude, you will have such immense power in you. You can do wonderful things. You can actually continue doing non-stop service in the Dham. Right? So, and how do we estimate that we are able to get darshan of the Lord? So we will get the darshan of the Lord in the form of Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. So you will enhance your chanting, you will enhance your nice darshan of the Lord and hearing and things like that. You will be able to have more relishment. So that is a way you can actually estimate that the Lord is actually become pleased with you and He is revealing Himself to you, right? And the summary is like we should consider one's own fallen condition and we should appreciate the great fortune and we should try to be grateful and try to offer prayers. And that is how we approach the Holy Dham. And I have come to Vrindavan, but my heart is completely polluted. Krishna, please purify my heart so that I can be of some service to you here. So that's how we should try to approach. And we have a little bit more time, so we will see the little bit details about the temples that we are going to visit today. So what are the temples we are going to visit today? Yeah, so generally it is known as the Goswami temples. They are 7 in number, and these are all established by great devotees of the Lord and followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the first among them, we may not go in the same order. So, but then we will just discuss this, and then the organizers will announce the plan, how we will go about. So the first of it we are going to discuss is Shri Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan temple. So this is one of the first temples that is built in Vrindavan, by the after Krishna's pastimes, practically there was not much of activity in Vrindavan Dham, right? So many times so many different atrocities have happened in this place. And all the sadhus used to live here, and then they used to do their bhajan very silently and things like that. So but then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent his devotees, first of the devotees, who were the first 2 devotees sent by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Lokanath Goswami and Bhugarga Goswami. Narottam Das Thakur, we all know, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. So look, this Narottam Das Thakur's bhajans, all of us are very used to. We are singing many Narottam Das Thakur's bhajans. In fact, the bhajan that we sang just before the class, even that is also of Narottam Das Thakur's. So, the spiritual master of Narottam Das Thakur is Lokanath Goswami. So he was one of the first personalities to be sent to Vrindavan with Bhugarga Goswami. And these personalities, they actually, many other important prominent acharyas were sent. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, so they were also sent to Vrindavan. And then many other prominent personalities were sent to Vrindavan. So just to develop Vrindavan, just to develop all these temples and find out all the places of Krishna's pastimes. So that's the purpose they were sent. And this was, Madan Mohan temple was one of the first temples to be built. And during the Mughal period, so this, there was many attacks that were happening in Vrindavan. So this was just like, whenever there is a lack of funds in the treasury in the Mughal kingdom, so for them, this is the next door. Vrindavan is the next door. They used to be there in Delhi, and Vrindavan is the next door because of very nice culture and very nice Krishna consciousness. Always this place used to be rich with all the opulence. And they would just come to this place, loot and go back. That is sufficient for them. Like that. So they used to do so much of looting here and so much of attacks. And during that time, so the Madan Mohan, actual deity of Madan Mohan, so he was shifted from here. So it was mentioned not just Madan Mohan, many other deities over here. So first of all, they were shifted from their original temples to Radhapur, and from there to Kamyavan, and from there to Jaipur. Why Jaipur? So they were like very strong, Hindu kings were there, Rajput kings, right? So they were Rajput kings, and Muslims could not able to enter into that area. So that's why most of the temples that we visit here, all the original deities which were established, they are there in Jaipur or in some other places, right? So I'm here in this Madan Mohan deity. That deity was worshipped in Jaipur for a long period of time. But then one of the princes over there, in the descendant of the royal family, so when she was married to another kingdom in Karoli, so there when she was going, she was so much attached to this Madan Mohan deity. So then, what do they call? Dowry. In the form of dowry, she took Madan Mohan to Karoli, and there, he's even now Madan Mohan deity is worshipped there. And this is one of the three most important deities of Vrindavan. So what are the three important deities? Madan Mohan, Govinda De, and Gopinath. So even in the pranam mantras, so when we chanted in the beginning, so we chanted the pranam mantra of Madan Mohan, we chanted the pranam mantra of Govinda De and Gopinath. So these three are very important personalities. In fact, after Krishna departed, so then the great grandson of Krishna, right? Vajranath. So Vajranath, great grandson of Krishna. So he wanted to establish Krishna's temple, in Vrindavan. So he, made different deities. And one of the deities, which had the resemblance of Krishna's lotus feet, very nicely. All of the features are not as exactly as Krishna, directly. So but then lotus feet was very much matching. So then that deity was named as Madan Mohan. And then whose bosom is very much exactly like Krishna's original this one. So that deity was named as Govinda De, and whose lotus face was exactly like Krishna's. That was named as Gopinath, right? So these three are three deities, who are the head of three departments. Just like in a college, you have head of department are there, different departments. So we also have different departments in our education. So what are the three different departments? Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojana. Sambandha is what is our relationship with the Lord, and with relationship with all other entities. And then Abhidaya is the process of worship, and Prayojana is the goal, right? So Madan Mohan deity represents or the master of the Sambandha Jnana, right? So that is why in the pranam mantra for Madan Mohan deity we chant that Mama Manda Mate Gati. I am completely dull-headed. Please you become merciful to me and you actually give me the proper knowledge of Sambandha, right? So what is our Sambandha? We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are meant to render service to Krishna, right? So this is our Sambandha. So this becomes very clear by the worship of Madan Mohan, and it is also mentioned the spiritual master is a representative of Madan Mohan deity. So the spiritual master's primary functionality is to give us the sambandhas, to give us the relationship with Krishna, and to engage us in the service of Krishna, right? So and all of us know this wonderful book Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, And before writing this famous book, he actually came to Madan Mohan temple and then he prayed to the Lord, and the Lord gave him blessings, by the way of giving his garland to Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. And like Madan Mohan there is like really very wonderful personality. We have a little less time, so we'll cut short the pastime and we will tell in very crisp. So this Madan Mohan deity was there, was worshipped by Advaita Acharya, and then it was given to one personality, somebody called, there are two names that is mentioned, Purushottam Chaube or Parashudam Chaube. So, and this personality was residing in Vrindavan and he was worshipping this Madan Mohan. So, during that time, the deity was called as Madan Gopal. And Sanatana Goswami, he used to reside here and he used to visit Yamuna, visit different places in Vrindavan. So that's the daily schedule they had. They would just simply go to different places in Vrindavan and they would just remember Krishna, right? So, and in the Shadgosham Yashtakam, in one of the groups, they chanted the Shadgosham Yashtakam in the train, right? So, Hey Radhe Vraja Devi Kecha Lalite, Hey Nanda Sunu Kuta, Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Putale, Kalindi Vanye Kuta. So, they were constantly visiting different places of Vrindavan and they were deeply absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. And when he was spending time like that, one day he saw a small boy. He is very, very attractive, very captivating, and he was playing with other Vrajavasi boys in the banks of Yamuna. And generally these devotees, they are very great personalities. They cannot be attracted by any ordinary material things. We can become attracted to lassi, we can become attracted to so many different things in Vrindavan. So, but then, these personalities, they cannot be attracted to anything, So they are so much Krishna conscious, so they cannot be attracted to anything material. But then, when, Sanatana Goswami saw this boy, he's so captivating, so attractive. Then he thought, this must be, Krishna himself. And then he followed that boy after the play, and everybody went home, and this boy was going to a particular place, and he saw that he's entering into this Chaube's home, and there, after he enters inside, he's not seeing any boy over there. It's only the deity who is there. So then he understood. So this is the Supreme Lord himself is performing this pastime. So whenever he was doing this Madhukari, was all the sadhus, they didn't have any possessions, and they would go to different houses and they used to beg, and they used to get a little bit of some atta or some this one, and with that they would eat something and they would continue their service. So in this path of doing Madhukari, he included this home also every day. So every day he would come and take darshan of Madan Gopal and he would go. And the family, the husband and wife, they were actually taking care of this deity. So they were also very exalted devotees. So they had children and they had Madan Gopal also. So they were considering Madan Gopal as one more child. So usko chastise karte the, and they used to chastise the deity. They used to feed as if they are feeding to their kids. How they will feed, like that they used to feed. So then one day Sanatana Goswami with humble attitude he went and told, see, he's deity, he's Krishna. You should not feed him like how you feed your children. You should feed him with rules and regulations. There is bhova offering procedure is there. He gave them all the this one. And these devotees also, you see, they are very exalted devotees where Krishna practically plays in their home. And they also accepted, and we are very sorry, Sanatana Goswami, we are very sorry that we have been so casual with the deity. So from today onwards, we will follow all the rules and regulations. So then, next day, Madan Gopal comes in the dream of Sanatana Goswami. You see, I was relishing their worship so much. They were so much in love with me and they were nicely serving me. You introduced all these rules and regulations. Now I'm not feeling that happy, in that home. So now you only take me. So then Sanatana Goswami was in so much of anxiety. I unnecessarily No, I gave Bhagavatam class to a Mahabhagavat. so he went back and he wanted to ask for apology. And Madan Mohan had appeared in their dream also that I want to go with Sanatana Goswami. So then they told, no, Sanatana Goswami, you should carry this DT. No, this is DT's desire. So then Sanatana Goswami told, see, I am a mendicant. I don't have any funds. No, mandir chalane ke liye funds chahiye. No, I don't have any funds and I cannot take care of Madan Mohan. So, you only take care. No, this is not appropriate. You only take care. In whatever way he wants, you take care. No, then, next day also again, Madan Gopal actually comes in the dream of Sanatana Goswami and he tells, no, I'll be very happy with you. You please take me with you. No, you take me to Vrindavan. They were in Mahavan. So, you take me to Vrindavan and there, you worship me. So, I'll be happy. And whatever possible, you give whatever simple things I will accept. No, I will not make any demands. So then Sanatana Goswami agreed. He went and picked up Madan Gopal, and then he used to carry him all the places. And he used to do madhukari, and he used to get a little bit of atta. And this atta, this one is whatever atta he gets, he will make it into a ball, little bit water, and he'll make it into ball, and then put it in the fire. And kitna bhi wo jal gaya, acha hai, usko Bhagwan ko bhog chana ke he used to have. Right? So, and after all this procedure is done, Madan Gopal is hanged on a tree bark. Mandir nahi hai. He'll be hanged on a tree bark, not like this. It's like exciting, he used to be kept there. And one day, Madan Gopal he started asking. You see, you are eating this sukha roti, without, what is it, atta ball, what is it, jalawa atta ball, and there is no salt also in this. At least you put a little salt, So then, Sanatana Goswami tells, see, this is not our deal. So I have to write books. I have to excavate your holy places. You did all the pastimes and you went off. Now I have to find all the places. He didn't make all this dialogue. I'm just adding some mirchi masala. So I have to do all this service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given me all this service. And if I go for all these things, where will I get time to do all these things? Today you are asking me salt, tomorrow you will ask me some other things. So then, I cannot do all these things. You please be satisfied with whatever I am offering. So here the Lord was not in anxiety to take salt. The Lord was concerned, my devotee is eating without salt. So he should get some salt. And devotee is concerned, my Lord's service has to get done. Right? So it is different transcendental competition. What is that? कुछ तो phrase होता है ना, don't try it at your home. So, Lord will not ask us anything, He will just simply go. So then after that, a very wealthy merchant actually comes by the way, and there is a nice pastime where his boat gets stuck in the Yamuna, and then Sanatana Goswami helps with the prayers of prayers to Madan Mohan Dev, so he actually rescues this boat. So then this merchant was very much grateful to Sanatana Goswami, and then he actually helped in building a big temple. So what temple we see is not that temple exactly. So what temple we are seeing is again renovated after some time. So that is the temple that we will be seeing, and so this is a small pastime of Madan Mohan, and next we will be seeing Radha Damodar temple. So Radha Damodar temple is very, very special temple. So this temple is where Rupa Goswami, he had his bhajan kutir and his samadhi is there, and more importantly, Srila Prabhupada's bhajan kutir is there. Before Srila Prabhupada went to the west, he stayed in Radha Damodar, and he practiced his bhajan, and he wrote first 3 volumes, the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, first 3 volumes, he actually wrote, being there. And he also wrote, I think, Easy Journey to Other Planets. So one of the other small books he actually wrote, from here. So this is, these are some of the wonderful aspects of this place. So this is established by Jiva Goswami, and the deity, the primary deity of Radha Damodar was personally hand carved by Rupa Goswami and gifted to Jiva Goswami. So that deity now is there in Jaipur. So we will see the Pratibhu deities. So this is also very important. We should not think that, oh, these deities are not the original deities. No. So these deities are as good as the original deities. No. So they are invested with that potency. So like they are as good as the original deities. And so there are many Samadhi mandirs are there. So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, so we all know the Chaitanya Charitamrita Divi. So the author, we are going to meet the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita today. So like we can access him by the way of offering prayers, right? So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami's Samadhi Mandir is there. Jiva Goswami's Samadhi Mandir is there. He's one of the greatest scholars, amazing follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other Goswamis. And what contributions Srila Jiva Goswami has made is really, really tremendous. He has wrote volumes of books which nobody can even think of in studying in their whole lives. That much of books he has written. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Pushpa Samadhi is there, and Rupa Goswami's Samadhi is there, and Bhugarbha Goswami's Samadhi is there. So, and like as we discussed, Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kuti and Srila Prabhupada's Bhajan Kuti is there. And Srila Prabhupada used to call this Radha Damodar temple as the center of the spiritual world. Why would he call like this? Because all the Goswamis, when they were living, for any meeting, they would come to Radha Damodar. And they would meet and discuss how to spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world, right? How to present Krishna consciousness and how to spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. So now we are sitting here and discussing all these things, and we are getting an opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness because all of them, they had meetings there, in Radha Damodar temple. So that's the, really the powerhouse of Krishna consciousness, the center of all Krishna conscious activities. So, and like Srila Prabhupada wrote some books also over there. So it is really very auspicious and very nice place. So then we have Radha Shamsundar temple. So this is established by Shyamananda Pandit. So the big deities of Radha Shamsundar which we are going to see there. So they are deities of Baldev Vidyabhushan. And then there is another small set of deities, which is the deities of Shyamananda Pandit. So, and like when we go to Mayapur, we will discuss more about Shyamananda Pandit. And Radha Raman temple. So this is world famous temple actually. Even amongst devotees and even with the common people, everyone likes Radha Raman. So he is very, very small deity, the most smallest deity in Vrindavan. And he is like most attractive. So this is the deity of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So like he was also like other Goswamis, he was engaged in writing scriptures and like doing the Dham Seva as engaged by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, excavating the lost holy places and establishing temples and things like that. But once he went to Muktinath and he went to the holy place, the holy river called Gantaki. So in the Gantaki river, like all the stones over there are Shalagram Shilas. Shalagram Shilas are direct manifestation of Krishna, and we don't need to install them to worship them, right? So they are direct manifestation of Krishna. So when he went there to take his bath, he just dipped the Kamandalo in the water, and he took some water, and then he saw there is a set of Shalagram Shilas in the Kamandalo. So he thought by mistake, they have come. So he put them back into the river. And second time and third time it happens. So then he understands, it's a divine will of the Lord that I should worship them. So in that way, he just took them and he came back and he was worshipping them. So all the other Goswamis, they would have the different deities. Madan Mohan by Sanatana Goswami, and every Goswami had their own deities. So one time, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was thinking that I don't have a deity to decorate nicely. So how will I dress them up? How will I decorate them and things like that? So next day, when he does his regular duty of taking his bath in Yamuna and coming back, he saw that one of the Shalagram Shilas have blown up into a deity. So that is Radharaman there. And all the features of the deity are so perfect, so amazing. So in such a small deity, to bring about all these features is quite difficult. So because it is self-manifested deity of the Lord, it's really very wonderful deity actually. So this deity is worshipped very gorgeously, and in fact, sometimes Srila Prabhupada used to say we should learn deity worship from Radharaman Pujaris. They are really very high standard of deity worship and high standard of festivals they would have. So then we are going to see Radha Govinda Dev temple. So as we discussed, Madan Mohan, Govinda Dev and Gopinath. So these three are three important deities for us. So this Govinda Dev temple was established by Rupa Goswami, and I know this is a lot of information. Even for me, when I was trying to take note, it was a lot of information. But then you can just relish the pastime, and when you go there, you can ask some devotee, again. So they will tell you, right? So the deity was found buried inside the ground, just in the same place where the temple is there now. This Radha Govinda Dev temple is the most gorgeous and most opulent temple, which is there in Vrindavan. So which was the most prominent temple, right from the beginning. So so this deity was excavated from the ground, and he was installed there, and he was worshipped there. And in fact, this is also a very interesting pastime, so where the Rupa Goswami was given many different instructions by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So of them, one of the important instructions is to find out Radha Govinda Dev, and then to start the worship of Radha Govinda Dev. And he was trying to find out in different places. He could not able to. And if we are not able to do our service, then what we should do? We should pray. Sabke liye Bhagwan hai. So if he is merciful, then we will be able to do. He gives service, and that service is so difficult we cannot do. So then we go and pray to Krishna, and then he will allow us to do the service and give us the credit. And so that's how the Krishna works actually. So now, Rupa Goswami also got this instruction to find Radha Govinda Dev, and he's not able to do this service. He's not able to find Radha Govinda Dev. So then he was praying to Krishna, and he was in so much of anxiety. So then one small boy, he comes and says, Baba, what is your anxiety? So I am looking for Govinda Dev, I am not able to find. So then this boy says, see, there is one small tila, hill kind of a place. So there, one cow actually goes, and she puts milk, automatically into a hole. So probably you will find there. So then, Rupa Goswami actually goes there, and then he finds this place, and then he excavates the deity from there. And with the local Vrajavasis' help and support, so they actually build the temple over there. So, and then there is another pastime related to this deity. After Radha Govinda Dev was installed, so the king of Orissa, who is king of Orissa according to us in Chaitanya Lila? Pratap Maharaj. His son? His son is Purushottam Dev. I thought if I ask, I'll get from you. I don't want to see the notes. Anyways, so the Purushottam Dev, he got a dream. One of the Lakshmi Devi's deity, which was worshipped in Jagannath temple in Jagannath Puri, this deity came in the dream of Purushottam Dev. And this deity told, see, all of you have been worshipping me as Lakshmi Devi. I am not Lakshmi Devi, I am Radharani. I was waiting for my Govinda Dev to appear. He has appeared now in Vrindavan, please take me there. Right? So in that way, the Radharani was brought. And before this, there is no history of Radharani's deity. There is no place Radharani's deity was worshipped. All the time, our devotees, they used to worship deity of Krishna, and they would call as Radha Krishna only, because always Radharani is there with Krishna. So, but this is the first deity of Radharani in the entire creation, that was established. So, at least entire creation is in this, in this limited creation what we are able to see. So that was established, and later on, in many places, in all other temples also, Radharani's deities were installed. So then, uh, then there is this temple was built with the help of Raja Man Singh, one of the disciples of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. And this temple was built with so much gorgeous, this one, it is built with red stone. And during that time, only Mughals, they would use the red stone only for their constructions. So, but then, because of the influence, they got the red stone for building this temple, and it was so beautifully built. And later on, Aurangzeb, when he came into power, so one day he was sitting in his palace in Agra, and it is mentioned in the book that we were studying. It is 60 kilometers away from this place, and from there he could able to see the lamps that are lit on the Gopuram of this Radha Govinda Dev temple, and he could not able to tolerate. How can a Hindu temple have such opulent structure? Immediately he sent his soldiers to destroy, cut off the shikara, and then to desecrate. That means to make the place unholy. They had some technique. You go and do some nonsensical activity inside the temple, then the Hindus would not consider that a good fit place for worship, so they will abandon that place. So that's how they used to do these things. So he came, the soldiers actually came here, so they cut, it was 7 stories it seems, 7 floors temple, and 3 floors the temple itself, and then another 4 floors size like the Gopuram was there. So the Gopuram was destroyed, and then the temple was also destroyed to some extent, right? So what we will see today is the remains of that massacre. So then we will see the temple of Radha Gokulananda, and so this is established by Lokanath Goswami, and Lokanath Goswami's deities are Radha Vinod. So but then later on, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's deities, Radha Gokulananda, so they actually became the presiding deities of this place, and we have Pratipu deities of Radha Vinod and many other deities which are there. Even if I tell all the names, you may not be able to register. So when we go there, so some of the devotees will explain these things. And this place is also a very amazing place. Here also we are going to meet many wonderful personalities. So we have the Samadhi Mandirs of Lokanath Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, then Ganganarayan Chakravarti and Narottam Das Thakur. So we can actually, literally we should have this faith that when we are visiting the Samadhi Mandirs, we are actually meeting all these great personalities. We are actually getting an audience of these great personalities, right? And then we have Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple. So here, it is installed by one of the wonderful follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is Madhu Pandit Prabhu. And this deity was originally made by Vajranath, like Madan Mohan, Gopinath, and Govinda Dev. So these 3 deities were originally made, in the beginning. And so this deity was originally worshipped in Vamshivat area. And 5,000 years before, Vajranath, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, he had established a temple there. So, but then over a period of time, Sakaleneha Mahata, temple Nashtapranta. so temple also has gone. So then later on, Madhu Pandit was given this order of finding out this deity of Gopinath and re-establish the worship. So he used to go to different places, and he used to try to find this deity, and he used to literally cry, where is Gopinath? So but then he could not find the deity. So one day there was so much of rain and flood, and there was a big banyan tree that was there near the Vamshivat area. So that was washed off, and after it got washed off, the deity, which was underneath, it actually showed up a little bit. So then with some help of another friend, so Madhu Pandit Prabhu, he gets this idea that here is a deity, and then he excavates the deity and establishes the temple, and they nice deity worship actually happens there. So there is 2 temples over there. So one is the old temple, so the structure is there, but then the Lord is there in the new temple. So because the Aurangzeb's attacks over there, so they had to move the Lord to another temple. So then there is one nice pastime here. the main deity in the left of Krishna. Who is there in the left of Krishna? Generally, Radharani is there in the left of Krishna, right? So here there is a different personality who is there in the left of Krishna. So once Janava Mata, like when she came to take darshan here, she told, no, Krishna is very big and Radharani is very small. So you should have Radharani's deity made to the size of Krishna, and like they should be worshipped there. So one of the disciples of Janava Mata was given the task of making the deity of Radharani, and this devotee, he made the deity exactly with the features of Janava Mata. And he made the deity, and the deity was installed on the left hand side and the small deity was removed. So later the Vaishnavas, they actually saw that these deities have the features of Janava Mata, and Janava Mata was in Krishna Leela Ananga Manjari, right? So Ananga Manjari is the younger sister of Radharani, right? So like this had features like that. So then they actually identified her to be Ananga Manjari, and then they again kept Radharani's deity on the right hand side, whereas generally Radharani's deity is on the left hand side of Krishna. So sometimes the acharyas also comment on this one, saying that because of intense desire that Ananga Manjari had to serve Krishna, so Radharani gave her own place. And in the beginning also we discussed, this is the mood of Srimati Radharani. Anybody does any small service, she becomes very happy, and she actually introduces that devotee as this devotee is the best of the devotee. He is even better than me. So you should actually accept. Like that she will plead to Krishna. So that's the mood of Srimati Radharani. So with all this information bombardment of all the temples we are going to visit, again, just in the conclusion, I would just like to give a little bit about the basics that we discussed. So the Dham cannot be accessed by force. So we have to approach the Dham with humility, with the mood of service. Always we should understand our relationship with the Lord is a servant of the Lord, and we are here as a servant of the Lord to serve the Dham, to serve the devotees, and with a lot of humility and with a lot of prayers, we should try to approach the Dham, and we should have so much of gratitude that we have been given an opportunity to enter the Dham. This is a very, very great opportunity. We should try to have a lot of gratitude to Krishna, a lot of gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. So by them, because of their mercy, we are able to access the Dham. So with all this prayers and gratitude and humility and the mood of service, so let's try to enjoy this Dham Yatra nicely. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That was really an amazing class to prepare the mood for this wonderful Dham Yatra. Let's thank this great Harikshetra Guru by loudly chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So in this entire yatra we have 320 devotees participating. Yesterday when I was just walking around here with Vivam Pro doing arrangements, we were thinking that after 2 years we are going to come to Vrindavan. Now at that time it will be easily 500 or 700. Where will accommodate so many devotees? So really amazing. 2018 we came to Vrindavan. At that time the count was 80. And now we are coming with 320 devotees. Really amazing. So I was just noting down some points during the class. So Yatra means 3 things which we can remember. Shravanam, Seva and Tapasya. Yatra means Shravanam, Seva and Tapasya. Shravanam, we tried our best, to put a few classes in the list. Ideally, we should have had 10 classes, but unfortunately, we have only 8. So try your best to attend all the classes. We have amazing devotees giving classes, senior devotees are there to guide us. So please make sure we hear, as Prabhuji said, Yatra is about hearing. We cannot see with our eyes without hearing. So it's very, very important to hear and take darshan. This is the first thing. Second is seva. So two services that all of us can do. One is chanting all the time. So all of us can keep chanting. And second is walking. Vrindavan is brunch. The translation which the Varajasis give, brunch, is to walk. So this is the second seva. So chanting and walking. So please make sure all the ones who don't have any issue with their legs, walk as much as possible. This is the seva that we can do in Vrindavan. Chanting and walking. And third one is tapasya. So we are sorry we are not giving you much opportunity for tapasya. You have AC hall, AC rooms. We should have had some rooms with dirty toilets, no place to sleep, and here also some dirty place. Yes, that would have been proper austerity, but we are sorry for that. But some austerities that we can do is first one, attending Mangalarti every day. Again, only 4 days we have. Can you imagine? Only 4 days. That's it. Only 4 Mangalartis are there with all of us. And in that also, if we miss anything, then we are like losers. 4 Mangalartis. So please try your best. 4 Mangalartis. 4:10, the Mangalarti happens at Prabhupada's Samadhi. And 4:30, at the main temple, that is Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balram and Gaur Nitai. I told one of our devotees here, one of very close devotees, stay here. So we said that 300 devotees are coming, and they're like, oh, you people will flood the Mangalarti. You don't allow us to remain peaceful here in Vrindavan Dham. Second is coming on time for all the events. So please make sure you're on time. So whatever time is announced, we'll try our best to leave at that time, or we will start at that time. Starting the classes, and for Dham Darshan, leaving on time. So please make sure you're on time. Not to miss any class or Dham Darshan. I'm sure we'll have body pains, we'll have this pain, that pain, headache, whatever it will be, but try your best to be there. If you can stretch, please stretch. And as Prabhuji said, respecting all entities of Vrindavan. Right? Everything that we see in Vrindavan. So this is the austerities. 4 things I've mentioned. Attending Mangalarti, coming on time for all events, not missing any class or Dham Darshan, and respecting all entities of Vrindavan. So this is the austerity part that we can do here. So 3 things. Yatra means Shravanam, Seva, and Seva mein kya aata hai? Seva mein chanting and walking. And also tapasya, Mangalarti, attending class on time, coming for events on time, and not missing any events, and respecting all entities of Vrindavan. Okay, next one. Materially, it will be difficult in some temples, where some pujaris, they might, or some brahmanas, they might catch you. Okay, you're from Bangalore, you're from this place, give us some dakshina, give us some money. So how to deal with them? Be respectful and have some change with you, some 10 rupees, 50 rupees like that, and we can give. If you don't have, just be respectful, join your palms and leave that place. But need not fight with anyone, that's not good. But they're staying here, that's a big thing. Radharani has allowed them to stay here. So that's a very, very big thing. So let's respect. And as Prabhuji was also mentioning in the class, so all these temples that we're going to visit are maintained by the donations that the people give, who are the visitors there. And this time we are the visitors. So give some donation in every temple. Whoever is earning here, please give some donation in every temple. It might be 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, whatever. It's up to you, it's up to your capacity. But give something. And take care of your valuables. See, in some temples it will be very, very crowded, and there will be many, many pickpocketers. So please make sure your valuables are taken care. When you're going out, better not to carry any valuables. Just little Lakshmi and mobile phone that is needed. Ornaments and all we don't recommend. So take care of your valuables. Bead bag please carry and take care of the bead bag. Yes. Monkeys will not take bead bag. If you're hanging around your neck, then they'll not take. It was not around your neck? It should be around your neck, they will not take. And if you have a fancy bead bag with a fancy, this one, Sakshi Mala they take. This is what I have seen. If it's a fancy bead wax and fancy Sakshi Mala, it will take. See, Brahmachari's bead wax no one touches. So, and also when it comes to specs, I hope everyone is hearing, because this will not be repeated again. And these are important instructions for everyone. All the ones who are wearing specs, so when you are walking on the streets, please don't wear specs, take shelter of other devotees to walk. And when you're going inside the temple to take darshan of the Lord, wear specs. There you can take darshan nicely. But outside, please make sure that you don't walk with specs. As Prabhuji said, monkeys are very happy with the specs. They'll take, and then you have to give them fruity, then they'll throw back the specs. That's like too much of a circus that happens. And everyone is requested to have these wristbands. Yes? Because the places where we'll go out for having prasadam, so in those places, like Barsana will be going, and even in Govardhan, so we'll be serving prasadam outside. So based on the wristband, the prasadam serving team will be serving prasadam. Or else many other common public might also join and devotees might not get prasad. So we have made this rule. Regarding health, so please take care of the water that you drink. Don't drink water here and there. So we have put here RO water that you can take. If that also doesn't suit, you can purchase your own Bisleri bottles which might be available nearby. And when it comes to food, only eat what is served here. We are going to serve opulent prasad all the 3 times. And try your best just to eat this and not eat anything outside. It's very dangerous, because since we are traveling so much and sleep will also not be there, because the time will be short to sleep also, Mangal Aarti and sleeping late, getting up early. So digestion problem, etc. might come. I'm telling from my own experience from last 4 days. And always cover your head when you're going out. Since we are Prakriti, not Purusha, so even the men should cover the head. So basically it's very hot outside, so please make sure you cover your heads, have an umbrella or have cap, something. So please cover your heads and carry bottle, keep drinking water. This will be very helpful. Okay, so today at 3:30 we are going to, now we'll have lunch, and then 3:30 we are going to meet at the gate, and we're going to go for darshan as Prabhuji said. Now, with a crowd of 320, we cannot go in autos. I was discussing the practicality with some residents here. So they said that you cannot go with auto. 320, 5 devotees in an auto. How much it comes to? 1 auto? How many autos? 60 plus autos. He said 60 plus autos, you cannot go around here in Vrindavan. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk, because it's a seva. Yes. So Kirtan team, and then we all will be walking. So this particular thing we might not get. Itinerary you can put. Where we are going to go? Temples. But then there will be some devotees who might not be able to walk at all. For them, you can give your names who all need the auto. So we'll try to arrange the autos. So the walking devotees will be going through a different route, and the auto devotees will go in different route. Because there are a lot of barricades put. If they also come, auto also comes with the walking devotees, then they have to keep changing the autos. Because barricades have to change the autos. So the auto devotees will go in different route. We'll see if we can send some senior devotee with that auto group. And the walking group, we all will be there together. How many of us would need the auto? Okay. So not many. Okay. So I think 2, 3, 4 autos should be enough for this. Okay. Now next thing is the sequence of the temples. Please hear. So we start walking from here. We go to our ISKCON temple from there.